and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
This is the greatest show!
And now, here's your host, Clint Arthur.
And we are going to take it to another super handsome man. My wife says this guy and his wife are just perfect-looking human beings. Yes, it really is true. He he has really good genes and also a brilliant intellect. Delon Lukow, thank you so much for showing up at the greatest show of all time.
Hey, Clint, thank you so much. Wow, this is a lot of fun. And I've been dying to get here, and I got to tell you why right off the bat. I am launching a podcast. I'm so excited, and I thought, what a better place to announce that than right here on WABC Radio, the greatest show of all time. The podcast is called Uptime, and it's for business owners. IT is the infrastructure, the foundation upon which all businesses rest. And the whole premise, I've been doing this for 27 years, own my own business for 27 years. And people have been coming up to me like out of the woodwork lately saying, hey man, what should I do? What should I do? And they're like, well, and I get into conversations in the airport and different places. And a guy says to me, hey man, you should really start a podcast. All right, great. I'm going to do it. So I just hauled off and did it. And I'm super excited. It's going to be launching here during December. And but kind of the impetus for this is, I remember a few years ago, we were up camping, and I had this big monster truck, dually truck, and a 40-foot fifth wheel. It's about the whole thing put together looks like a semi rolling down the road.
Okay, for the New Yorkers, explain what a fifth wheel is.
A fifth wheel is a triple axle big monster trailer, and then the front of the trailer actually goes into the back of the truck. So that's how you haul it around.
Okay, thank you.
It's a monster. Okay. And we'd been on dozens of trips and having a blast. And we get up there, and I'm from Las Vegas. And in the summer, like everybody, Fridays, like it's a one-way I-15 north. Everybody's getting out of town. And so we're heading up to Cedar City, Utah, and it's 9,500 feet up there. And we had a great time for 3-4 days. And the night before we left, in the summers, these monster thunderstorms roll in. I mean, they're huge. And it rained and it rained and it rained. And the next morning we're getting ready to leave, and I'm looking around. I'm like, wow, the ground's a little bit muddy. I wonder how this is going to work. So no big deal. Get everything packed up, and we start driving away, or so I thought. We didn't go anywhere. I'm just spinning. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. I got this. I put it into 4-wheel drive. We're still spinning. And the next thing I know, we're starting to go deeper and deeper and deeper in the mud. And no, I'm not doing this. And I pop it into reverse, start backing out, and it's like, okay, good. I got a little bit of traction. Pop it into forward again. And then I realized the only way I'm going to get out of here is to start rolling back and forth, back and forth. No good. Everybody's looking at me like, all right, dude, this is fun. So it's like, wait a minute. I have an idea. I'm going to call Uncle Larry. Now, Uncle Larry lives down in Cedar City at the bottom of Cedar Mountain. And I had worked every summer as a kid with Uncle Larry in construction. Uncle Larry can fix anything, right?
Gotta love those guys. I got one of those guys.
Yeah, everybody's got an Uncle Larry, or they should just go rent one. So Uncle Larry, I called him up and said, hey, I'm up here up by Sheep's Ranch on top of Cedar Mountain, and we're stuck. So he says, all right, I'm coming up. And I'll bring Flora, my wife, with me. Yeah, Flora, he says, and we're going to bring some Dutch oven. I was like, great, this is awesome. So sure enough, he comes up, they bring the Dutch oven, they get that started, and then he comes over, he walks over to the trailer, and he goes, wow, you're really in here, aren't you? And he proceeds to pull out all of this cribbing, like these monster railroad ties, and these jacks. This isn't like a little tiny car jack. This is a jack, a big monster jack. And he's strategic, and I'm thinking it's going to go right next to the axle. No, he puts it on the back, and then he places another one somewhere else, and he starts jacking the trailer up. And then he finds some dead wood laying around, and we start laying that out strategically in ways that I would have never, ever thought to do. And it was such a powerful lesson to me, because literally within 30 minutes of him starting that entire process, and that took all the rigging and everything else, I pulled away like no big deal. And that was so profound to me, and I learned two things. Number one, knowledge and experience. And number two, the right tools. And it was incredible to me that with the right knowledge and the right tools, how much work can get done and how things can get accomplished in a major way. And so that's kind of the backstory of why I wanted to get into the podcast, because business owners need to know two things primarily: what to do and why to do it. And if you know what to do and why to do, then you're empowered and you have confidence and certainty to go out and find the who, and then they can do the how.
Amen to that. And I'm looking forward to being a guest on that podcast when you get it up and running.
Yeah.
And how can people find out more about your podcast and about having you help them with their IT needs?
Yeah. So the domain for the podcast is uptimeradioshow.com, or they can send me an email direct to podcast@delonlukow.com. That's DELONLUKOW.com.
Thanks so much for coming here to New York City to be on the greatest show of all time.